sunny Southern California, just getting the rays, the low winter haze. This is the best time of year. Best time of year in LA right now. Fucking love it so much. Epic. So I went to a STop.Mo meetup yesterday. It's fucking epic. Oh my god, the caliber of people in LA is so tasty. You know, all these fresh-faced, positive, hardworking people making their own stuff. There was a guy, Bryce. He was like sitting at the table, sculpting little heads out of clay. Just awesome. I met this kid, Isaiah, who showed me some of his 2D work. It was so great. I wish I could animate that well out of college. You know? Bryce showed me his animation. It was awesome. It was just super snappy, pose to pose, well acted, fun. Just cool stuff. Cami finished her film. I haven't seen it yet, but oh my god, it was so nice to talk to people that worked on it. Shay worked on it, and she was just like verklempt. She couldn't even, there were no words to describe how emotionally satisfying it was for her to work on that film. And I'm so excited to see something. I mean, Cami, making your own film is like making your own lightsaber. It's this coming of age. You've been beating yourself up in an industry that just takes. I mean, it gives you all this know-how. You start to learn how to work at an industry standard, and it's really, really valuable. But you don't really make very much money, and you're just suffering through because everything is more expensive. Everything. Health insurance, gas, food. Every bill you get in the mail is like 25% more now. So, but the rates are still where they are, and there's no real apology for that. There's no real way to apologize. Those rates need to be adjusted. They just do. Like, severely adjusted. But beggars just cannot be choosers anymore. We just can't. We're hat in hand in the slop line, hoping for a handout, because that's just how it is, and that the billionaire class has sniffed us out. They know we can't say no to work. They have us against the ropes. They know how desperate we are. And it's all gonna pop in our fucking face. So, we just have to kind of groove with it. And you would think, under this kind of pressure, under these forces, that a community would get together and just bitch and moan and whine and complain. And it's just the opposite. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody was just smiles and love and hugs. It was like a family reunion. And people are talking about projects that they're personal projects out of pocket. And it's just so cool. That is the worst spot to park, honey. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm pulling in right here. Whatever, who cares? Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. I don't know what else to say. It was just amazing. I gotta say, okay, one other thing, and this is gonna sound... But you know what? I'm not gonna say it. This is gonna sound really conceited. But I sat next to this kid named Isaiah, and he complimented me on my film because he had seen it in high school. And I can't tell you how many young animators have seen my film either in high school or college, some sort of art program or film program. And it just warms my heart. Different programs around the country show Fred. And I think I understand why, because it's a sort of an example of character dialogue performance in stop motion. And it's short. And it's pretty sloppy, so it's a sort of an approachable film. Like, people go, oh, that's something I could probably pull off at my level of, it's like attainable looking. But it really, I'm so grateful that, because Fred did not do well in the festival circuit. After the festival circuit, I was like, it just wasn't well received. I didn't get into any of the festivals I wanted to, any of the big ones. I got into these little pipsqueak, shitty little nothing festivals, and it was expensive. Submitting your film to film festivals gets really expensive really fast. And I had a shoestring, nothing kind of budget for that sort of thing. So, but it won a tiny award at some tiny little, Albuquerque independent film, some New Mexico festival. And I just put it online. And that's where it kind of really found its audience. It didn't, it never made big numbers. It never went viral. But it found its people. And there are some loyal instructors that religiously show Fred to their class, and it just makes me really happy. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Thank you, Isaiah, for that wonderful compliment.